We are off to a bad start. That tire is leaking air from somewhere. I think it's somewhere around the rim. Over here. Wait. Yeah, right over here. I'll try and fix that. Now, I need something heavy. Since there seems to be no hammer here, we're gonna use that. It stopped leaking air. Okay, now let's get to work. I've forgotten how to use this thing. I'll remind myself rather quickly. So conditions aren't really ideal, but they're never gonna be perfectly ideal. It's dry as a motherfucker out here, but we are already late on the seeding, so it's October the 14th. We begun just today. Very dry, but there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. So we're just gonna do what we are supposed to do. And oh no, check this out. This tire has leaked out a lot of air, and I don't have a compressor hooked up to the engine. I'm gonna have to wait for a spot with the other tractor so we can pump this tire up, because it's getting awfully low on air. Putting on a little bit of weight on these might make them work a little bit better in these dry conditions. Usually you don't want to compact them as much when they are wet, but conditions are pretty dry, so they could use a little bit of weight. We might add a little bit of weight on another field, but right now we're gonna run them just like this. As I said, I'm waiting for spots so I can pump this tire up, because it's an old tire. It's seen better days for sure, and there's a pretty high chance of this blowing up right now, so I'm not gonna run it until spots is here so we can pump it up. A little update on equipment. We got a few new toys. This here is new, this is new, that right there over there is new, and this here is actually the 460. I've been up for assembling it because I have plans for using it in the next year. I mean, I had plans for using it this year, but we just couldn't get to it to assemble it, and there were a lot of parts missing, but now it's looking good. So Spes has run out of fuel, and we're gonna siphon some fuel from this tractor to put in the Zetor so we can move it from this field to the other field. Then we're gonna go and get some fuel. All the tractors need fuel right now, but the Zetor's gauge for fuel doesn't work, so we didn't really have any way of knowing if it had any fuel in it. So stuff like this happens, but let's just be happy that it happened here and not in transport, because then the headache will be bigger. So I got a few jugs over here. I'm gonna go grab the pump and I'm gonna fill up the jugs and I'm gonna go right back. So remember when the tire was leaking air out of the rim and I thought it was just from the rim? I hit it a couple of times with the wrench and it stopped hissing. Well, the tire didn't really stop hissing. There's a huge gash at the back of the tire. So now I'm bringing some logs to support the tractor so we can take the tire off and send it to a shop. We're gonna have to bring, I don't know, maybe a trailer so we can pick up the tire and drive it to the shop. I don't know, I'll see and you'll see with me. Well, today seems to be a day where tires just refuse to work. And it's not just this one, the other one on the right side, the rear one, is going flat too. I guess we need tires. Let's talk a little bit about the 460. This one is kind of an interesting project because I'm trying to make it look like the new models. You see over here, this actually used to be white. Originally it's white, but we purposefully painted it green so we can put the Lexion leathers, you know, Usually they sit right over there where it says Lexion 460. I'm gonna put Lexion over here, like the newer models, they have it here, and then 460. I also painted this here, the chopper. I painted it gray, like the bottom side, like on the new models, because this used to be green. So it's gonna be a rather interesting project. I really thought about moving this glass lettering over here, making a panel for the pipe, but that's just gonna look weird on this shape. It's kind of more angular than the new models, they're kind of rounder. So I think this will suffice for now, and it will look pretty interesting. And this here, I never really mentioned them because we kind of bought them really quickly. We saw this one, we got it, and we saw that one over there, and we also got it. This one is an older model. These are Polish front rollers. It's called the Stawowo L34, and they are used mainly around coal fields, maybe rock fields, I don't know. They're pretty big. This bucket can carry around 8 tons of stone or something like that. And yeah, we're gonna find some use to them. They're pretty good. This one works perfectly. This one might require a little bit of work, but we'll get it running eventually.
Шест. Ма го бе ветера, моя путката май.